Good morning, boys and girls. Let's see what we got here. All right, we're back. We are back. All right, we are 20 minutes late. Welcome back to another stream here on my channel, y'all. Best place on the internet. We're gonna wrap up the week strong. I have a very busy day today. It is our last week running out of our old location, so we're working on getting the new one up and running. But yeah, let's see what we have going on here. So overnight we retested. Ketana, good morning. Paolo, what's up? Good morning. We retested previous session POC, did that little liquidity test. We're moving higher. I actually just closed a long that I took off of this POC. I got trailed out, honestly. I didn't close it. I got trailed out here at 355. So did not expect that to happen. I actually got up from my desk and they smashed this candle and it trailed out. So locked in probably 70% of that trade, right under 100 points. I think I got 90. I didn't get 95. I got like 90 points on that. So not bad. Coming up to Thursday's high. So, Wednesday's high. So the Wednesday overnight high. They front ran that a little bit. We have data here in a few minutes. Okay, really important. We have preliminary consumer sentiment, right? So consumer sentiment in a few minutes. We'll see what they say, and we'll go from there. The giveaway this week, I'm not going to do a giveaway this week because I'm still working on building an app, and I don't want to deal with the manual nature of that, but that's fine. I'm sure you guys will come back. AB, good morning. Welcome back to the stream. So the gas money accounts are doing pretty well, up about 9 Gs overall. And the gas money accounts might get a few more. We'll see. Don't really have time to day trade too much. Seeing as I got on 20 minutes late. This is what I mean, guys. I got on 20 minutes late, and I do have to jump at 10:30. So most of my trading stops right now outside of my swing trades, literally in the morning, and then sometimes I'll put things on into close. So that's kind of that's the play right now. Let's talk about what's going on in the markets, though. So what we want to see is, obviously, we have this trend line lower here. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. Where's my coffee? I took hydroxyzine last night for the first time, and I am tired as hell. It beat my ass. Not gonna lie to you guys. I'm like still drowsy, but it was a much needed better sleep. What I will do here, if we stack value higher and start to do a leg up right into this data, I will just relong. We'll probably grind up all day. Okay. So as a day trade, again, I'm fine with getting the 90 from overnight. We have this catalyst here in the morning. On the swing side, though, holding long until 25, 571, 25. Okay, way up there. We've still got, 1,200 points to go on the upside target. Last swing trade, we did 1,800 points. We'll see what we get out of this one. For now, we're basically just in a holding pattern before data. Let's remove the session volume profile real quick. See what our macro liquidity is. We'll get rid of this prior day high. We'll just put this as overnight low. We'll rename this overnight low. And this target down here doesn't really exist. What we really have is the edge of this shelf. So this will be downside target 1. on the macro. Yesterday, I actually hopped onto the. I didn't hop onto the stream, but I was checking out the MFF stream, and in that chat, I put that my downside was 170. Okay, you see that I have 171.50. It was the same thing as yesterday, but I had 170, 25, 170, and you can see that we punctured it by a few points. So these macro shelves, VP shelves, are super accurate. Okay, I was in 8.5 points of drawdown on the long there. So not hard at all to get really good entries if you're just patient. About 2 minutes till data. 2 minutes till data. I started running, so I use Quant VPS as my virtual private server solution. Check them out if you want. I need to add them into my little rotating thing on the bottom right. Gonna be doing some videos here soon with what you guys can do with a VPS. I actually installed N8N on the server as well, so I'm gonna have some automations, and it's gonna be really my all-in-one solution for prop trading and stuff like that, right? So as I get back into it, we're doing all of that out of my virtual private server. It's super fast, super convenient, and it's pretty useful for those of us who are busy, right? So kind of want to show you guys how you can leverage that as a tool in your tool belt as traders, especially if you're busy, which most of us are. Okay, those of us who are, middle-aged, not young, we can't just dedicate all of our time to doing a thing all day, every day. We've got businesses, we've got families. Double dip on your time a little bit there. We're pushing up here. We got about 1 minute till data. Let's see if we finally come and sweep this high. 25,394 is the target that we're looking for. That is what we're looking for. Oh, this coffee is hitting. I've been 3D printing a lot of stuff, guys. So I 3D printed this little coaster. That is a coaster. I also 3D printed. Brought my 3D printer to the office. This little stand. We're popping up with data here. It's 10 o'clock. 3D printed this little sunglasses stand. Put my sunglasses on there. And this is an iPad mini wall holder. These are going to go in the studios. 3D printed that as well. SK Procure. Good morning. Welcome back to the stream. Let's see here. So this candle did open green. It's top wicking. Okay. We have a D-shaped VP, right? Normal distribution still. We need to see if we hold this value higher. It doesn't look like it is. Looks like it's going to range probably down to VAL. Okay. Unless we get some weird funkiness. Might just have a rangy day here. Let's check the daily. Okay, yesterday's daily was a high volume red doji on NQ, but with a pretty big bottom wick. Some imbalance lower. On ES, we actually have, let me change my microphone position here. This is a little bit better. We actually have very similar. Big bottom wick though. We've already retested like 30% of this. Yeah, this could just be, they could just chop a little bit and then grind it up. I just got my name put on the glass. That looks awesome, by the way. Of my office. That looks spectacular. Having an office is different. Morning Forrest, great trade with 90, by the way. Dropping after the news. I would say ranging. I want to say dropping. I'm really big on semantics and language. Okay. The words that you use show what you believe about yourself in the world. They really do. So when it's trading related, right, a little less deep, it's ranging a little bit. It's coming off a little bit. We retested the POC. Okay, we're still in an uptrend. We're still upwards bias. So we want to see how this looks going higher. Nice. Take a risk. CHK, welcome back. So this could be the last liquidity test for a grind higher is kind of how I'm thinking about it. Let me lay out the probable next 30 minutes or so. Okay, so they did this little test. Okay, it's going to start to build value and then grind higher. Okay, today. Or we just have a very rangy Friday. Okay, and we come down and we retest this area down here. Right now, I mean, the 4 hour just closed. Let's go back to the 4. 4 hour close is a high volume engulfing candle in the previous candle, but it did front run this Wednesday high. So we haven't went for that target yet. We haven't swept that target yet. So there's people still up there hanging out, waiting to get cleaned up. So we'll see if we clean them up here shortly. I need to move my light as well. I'm very yellow at the moment. I bought a dimmer that I'm going to install into my desk. So this is like a standard wall dimmer that I'm going to mount into my desk for this yellow light so it's not so bright. That's something that I'm going to do very shortly. See here, I'm getting blown up. Dude, the way this guy, I tell you guys, man, business, running a company, the politics of this is crazy. Very, very crazy. Running a brick and mortar company in a city like Miami. But it's fun. It is fun. It is fun. But, you know, we're the best. We're the best for a reason, guys. We are the #1 studio for a reason. And I'm going to turn you guys into #1 traders. So right now, still inside the value area high. Okay. Very, very converged at the moment. So we talk about divergence quite a bit earlier in the week. Charts look dang near identical right now. Okay, probably because that's the same ticker on both charts. Charts look dang near identical. ES and NQ. They were identical, but still very identical, right? We came down, retested liquidity, popped higher. I want to see how we hold if we start to stack liquidity here in this VP. Yo, Forrest, do you consider the COT report? I don't look at any reports, guys. I don't look at the news. I stopped looking at the news when it comes to trading years and years and years ago. It does not matter. I promise you it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters as a trader, okay, if you're a day trader, intraday speculator, the news is a catalyst. It's a fast forward button. So we trade around the time, but the charts will tell you what's going to happen next. You can make a lot of money around news just from IV and fast action, right? So trading derivatives. So it's not that you can't trade the news, but you just understand the news is a catalyst. You're not going to have time to read reports and make a trading decision. News affects the macro. Okay, big news events affects macro. I'm talking months. Okay, weeks to months. But news does not matter. Okay, you can predict if there's a setup on the chart, right? Using our system, you will be able to predict the news. You'll be able to predict which way the chart's going to go. For example, we're in an uptrend right now. Okay, we're either going to retest this liquidity lower and go up, or we're just going to grind up. But we are uptrending. Okay, there wasn't really a strong enough, because we didn't sweep this. Okay, we couldn't get a definitive answer. Okay, so it came down, retested this. It could have came down to VAL. Doesn't matter. But yeah, I can tell you for a fact, I haven't looked at a single data point in terms of tier 1 news in years. On the macro, of course, unemployment and things like that, new mortgage applications, all of those things are great indicators for understanding how the ship as a whole is starting to turn. But if you think of the macro economy like a large cargo vessel, it doesn't U-turn. Okay, it starts to turn very slowly. Okay, very, very slowly. Holding above here, let's go to the 15 and see. It's a fun little candle pattern. So we have almost like a hammer candle at the high, right? Bottom wick into the POC. I'm actually going to screenshot this pattern. This is a useful one to put into the old journal. Put this into today's setup. Call this a red hammer candle at the highs that retested POC. So let's see how this plays out. And that's on the 15 though. I do want to see how this plays out on the 15 in this rare case, just in the next few candles. Shane, happy Friday. My mission every day, by the way, guys, is try to find the daily low as a day trader. Okay, when it comes to our day trades, we're using the volume profile, we're using the volume profile edges. Okay, just like this edge right here from yesterday. Okay, we're using these edges to find the highs and go higher. That is our goal. Okay, super simple. You can see we came down into the middle of this. Let's go right a little bit. Right, there's a little low value area right in here. It retested that and went higher. I do want to see here. Let's go to the weekly really quickly. Oh, wow. Let me get some music going. I'm like, why is it so quiet in my brain? Let me get... Yeah, nice little leg up on the weekly. Yeah, it looks like we're going to grind up, pop that high. They're building value here on the top side of the VP, right? They're going to build a little node here. POC shifts higher. Look for it to shift higher, then we'll start to move. Start to do that grind up as well. Let's see what happens. pushing up. Have you guys been making money on the long side? How have you guys been doing in this uptrend, by the way? Who has been catching longs and who has been shorting? Report into the chat. What have you guys been doing? Have you been counter 10 trading the entire time? Trying to knife catch the entire way, or have you been riding the wave? What have y'all been doing? What have you been doing, guys? What the heck have you been doing? Caught some good shorts yesterday. There you go. Did you catch the long? You said shorts as a multiple. Riding the wave to the downside. Fair enough. No, hey, just joined busy, just here to learn and lose money. Hey, once I'm able to read it like you, then that could reverse. So let's change your beliefs first and foremost. I know you weren't being that serious when you said that, but you're not here to learn and lose money. You're here to learn and improve as a trader. And when that does inevitably happen, you will make more money. But be very careful about what you say about yourself. Very, very careful. Both people will say it's been more evident for me shorting the high off signals than longing in the middle. Did take the short into the long yesterday, but cut the long too early. So here's where the value of a personal account can really help versus props. So this is going to become very obvious, and I know you already know this, Shane, as well, but I'm going to say it anyways, because sometimes we just need to hear what we know to reinforce it a little bit. Let's go to, I don't know. Let me find an interesting day. Let's go to like here. Actually, let's go to here. So we know we're in an uptrend, right? I guess it doesn't matter. I can replay trade it. We know we're in an uptrend, right? And the question is like, man, should I short or should I long? Well, if my thesis is on the macro is going to this measured move target, it doesn't really matter if I long here, okay? So I go long in my personal account, okay? Let's imagine that I have enough capital in there to hold drawdown. I'm green a little bit, okay? I'm green. Oh, crap, I'm red, I'm green. Okay, it's ranging. I didn't really have a good entry. All I know is we're uptrending. Okay, that's my only thesis is we're uptrending. Okay, so it's wiggling around my entry a little bit. I'm red. Retest our trend line. Down $1,400, pretty red. But what happens in an uptrend is the market will make you green. Okay, you will be green in an uptrend when you long. Say it again. You will be green in an uptrend if you long. Okay. So even though in the beginning, the time around my entry was sketchy. Okay. So trying to time the market can be a little sketchy. The thing that we have to do is around our entry is try to figure out how much drawdown am I willing to accept on this trade. Okay. How much drawdown am I willing to accept on this trade, knowing that we're in an uptrend? Okay. That's all it is. On the short side, you have to be a really good trader. You have to be a much better trader as a shorter than on the long side. And you will make less money. This is the key thing here. So even if you catch perfect shorts entries, you're not going to get perfect exits. Okay, so let's go back and let's select a bar. Okay, let's go here. And I'm going to go short. I'm like, all right, bet. I'm going to put my stop right here. And I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to get out. So I'm like, all right, I'll put my TP right here maybe. Okay. So obviously we know what happens because we have the power of hindsight. We go through, oh, I'm super green. I'm super green. Sick. Okay. Market's doing its thing. Okay, and we'll make some money on this short, right? It comes down, taps it. Cool. So that's a pretty good short. If I don't take my exit there, though, what happens is the market goes against me. Okay, right? So this is really important because on any given day, two things are true in an uptrend. Okay? Two things are true in an uptrend. One, there are good shorts, for sure. Okay? But two, you will be green on longs. What most of you guys are fighting against is that you're trading too big. You're just trading too big in order for your longs to go green. So you're getting blown out. Okay? When you go into drawdown mode, your accounts are getting blown up. Yes, I almost already know what I'm about to say. I know you know, but it has to be said, right? It just has to be demonstrated because trading is purely psychological. It's one of those things that people often overcomplicate, right? But that's why it's really important. Blew an account this morning that made a boat on a sim short SMH. Yeah, but you're trading too big, Dan. I promise you're trading too big. There's no reason you should be blowing an account inside of, the market being open for 50 minutes. You're trading too big. Here's a question for you guys. And if you've been here for a while, you've seen me do this before. Okay, let's just go to the daily chart. Some of you guys are trying to get your first payout, okay? Or you're boom and bust. You make some money, you're like, oh, I had a really good day. I made $1,500 today, and then you blow it all up the next day, okay? Let's go to M and Q, okay? And let's go back to, I don't know, it doesn't even matter, any point in time. If I go long on one M and Q, how many of you guys have made more money? And some of you have. A lot of you haven't, though, if you've never gotten a payout, though. Let's go to the... Oh, it's not going to let me update the interval. Let's do market replay. Why won't it let me change the time frame? That's really annoying. You know what it is? Because this is on the 15-minute. All right. We're going to do this example, guys. I promise you. Okay. I go along with one M and Q. How many of you guys have made more money than if you had just longed one M and Q on whatever day this was? This was back in June. Okay? If you haven't gotten a payout and you're spending money on props, then not only have you made less money than this, you've actually lost money. Okay? This is $5,000 on one MNQ. Okay, that's a lot of money. See what I mean? If you go long in an uptrend and trade small, you can make good money. But some of you like, Forrest, that would have taken me, 108 days. Yeah, well, it's also taking you 108 days to just literally lose fucking money. So maybe you should try making money instead. You know what I mean? So I like to give you guys these examples and be direct because some of you guys will use all of your brain power to justify being stupid instead of just being smart. That extends well beyond trading, to be honest. But hey, what do I know? OG, welcome back. No, welcome back. Thanks for notion. I've been writing it, not as much as I used to. Journaling is important, as you said. Absolutely. You can't improve what you don't measure. If you don't know what you did yesterday, the day before, if you can't look back at your P&L from a month ago and understand why you made the decisions that you made, good or bad, how are you going to improve? How are you going to change your behavior if you don't know what your behavior was? It's really hard, guys. You can't just willpower through everything. Okay? And even people with really consistent willpower still need to track their performance. You have to track your performance. SMH, truth hurts. Time passes regardless of how long it takes. Yep. Time is currency, guys. Time is currency, and it's one that you're always spending. Okay? You don't have a choice of whether or not you spend time. You only have a choice of what you spend it on. Okay? So some of you guys are in such a hurry, you'd make money faster if you slowed down. Okay, slow down and spend your time tracking your performance, tracking your decision making, understand yourself as the inputs into your trading system so that you can have better outputs. I promise you, all of you, knock on wood, are going to be here in 4 years. All of us are going to be here in 4 years. And the worst thing that could happen to you, is you spend 4 years in this and you're just as good in 4 years as you are today. That's terrible. You look back and you've got no data. You have no idea why you did well in the summer, why you did poor in the summer. You look back a year, like you have no data, nothing to look or build on top of after years. And some of you, that really stings because that's you today, but you can fix that. You absolutely should not go even another month without having some data, some foundation that you can look off of and build on top of. Because if you don't, you're going to be exactly where you are right now, which is waking up, trying hard, and losing money. Forrest, today's giveaway results. Not doing it today. I'm working on that app. We will resume the giveaways next week, but I want to finish testing the app, make sure it works. But yeah, they'll be automated. It will be fully automated going forward. Automagic entries. Write stuff down, guys. Be a scientist. Be academic about trading. Okay? Pursue mastery. Have pride in what you're doing. Okay? If somebody came and watched you, could they see that you're taking this seriously? Or they just be like, this guy is a degenerate. This girl is a degenerate gambler. One day he's super passionate and he's doing this. The next day she's super passionate and she's doing that. Okay? Pursue mastery. Have pride in yourself. Believe in yourself. If you want to be a master of something someday, you have to pursue mastery. You got to mean it. we got some more tea coming. Chime in if you're here for the first time. Say what's up. Welcome back to the OGs. I appreciate y'all. We're still going towards. We're going to hit this measured move so we can get rid of that. We've got the Wednesday high. Okay, we're building value a little bit higher on the VP. Let's add our session VP back. Okay, we're holding on the top side of the POC here. A little bit relatively lower volume today than yesterday so far. So we want to see if we come and hit this target. Okay, 23,395. Just send an email, please check. What's up, Francis? All right, I'll be right back, guys. I got to go pay for parking before I get another ticket. I had a $46 ticket yesterday. Hold up. Holy potatoes, guys. They're trying to get me, dude. My business partner's out there talking to the parking later, like flirting with her to try to save me from getting a ticket. Oh, bro. Who we got here in the chat? I'm back here. Francis, what's up? You gave me some advice 6 months ago that made all the difference. Fund a personal account and don't grow it. Just take profits every day when you make them. Yeah, man. Pay yourself. First time here, you've said a lot in the short time I've joined. Need to settle on one strat as well. Yep. Would you say trading your edge system is better on CFD or future props? I would assume CFD because of the higher time frame if you're holding trades. It works on everything. I use the same system for equities, for options, everything, guys. Okay. Let's go look at UPS, for example. Okay. I took a little call trade off of, okay, the edge of the shelf here. Okay, people are obviously positioned here. All right, so on that first touch, very first touch of this, I put this in Discord just randomly. Took some calls, okay, and those printed immediately out the gate. This works on everything. Any liquid asset where the volume profile is, accurate, it's gonna work. I trade futures because I've just been trading them for a while and it's simple. I could build a screener. You could have a screener. It's all the same. It's all the same. I know ES and NQ in particular very, very well just from like a flow. They are efficient tickers though. So I often don't trade that much overall. If I built a very efficient screener, what I'm probably going to do is hire some people to do some stuff for me eventually. And I will trade based off of their reports. Some of that I can automate, but I do want some butts and seats that I have trained. Guess I was thinking because of the rule of closing by day's end. You don't have to close your futures at the end of the day. If you're talking about prop trading, I mean, yeah, that's different. My system, I don't really teach prop trading. I just teach people how to trade. I've been trading for like 10 years, guys. Okay, so for those of you who are new here, okay, I've been trading for a very long time. I was trading before prop firms were a thing. You can look at my old videos. It was well before prop firms. I didn't even want to trade props when they first came out. I thought they were a scam. My boy Soul convinced me. But yeah, I made my first millions in the markets before the whole prop firm craze. And it took me a long time too, okay? I grew an account from zero, just slowly rolling it. Okay, as I worked on my career and did all of that. So hit the like button, please. Yes, subscribe, hit the like button. Appreciate you. Prop firms are great, but prop trading in general with most of the firms is very different from trading your own account. It's so different that I wouldn't even call it trading. You have to call it prop trading. You really have to. It's just not the same. Like all the rules and stuff, like it just doesn't exist in a real market. I'll tell you why it doesn't exist. I didn't even think about the news or catalyst until I started prop trading because of the rules. It wasn't even on my radar of something that even mattered at all. Not a single. That's why I still don't look at the news, like the data points. Like it just doesn't matter. Like news would come and I would like look at it when I saw it, and then I would account for it on the macro. But it just doesn't matter. Okay, the only thing that matters is where people are positioned. People are trying to make money on the upside and they're trying to make money on the downside. And you need to know where they're positioned because they have to make decisions around their position. It's the only thing that matters as a speculator. Bullshit, zero. How much did you really start investing with? It can't be zero. I mean, yeah, I funded a fucking account, dude. Turn your brain on. But I started with like $5,000. It was like $3,000 to $5,000, right? I literally took money out of my 401k, took the 10% hit on the early liquidation. I put it into a trading account, and that's what I started with. And I wasn't green out the gate either. It took me a while. Oh, I think my camera just overheated. Okay, that makes sense. Just wanted to know the real story. Okay, Jason. Welcome to the channel, Jason. Well, on account of my camera dying, and I don't want to get the little cooling fan for it, and I do have some business to attend to, I'm going to jump. So a few things. Next week, we will resume the giveaways. Okay, I give away 5 My Fun and Future accounts every single week. Also, if you're in Miami or want to check out a place to record some content, check out my business, The Move Miami. I'll put it into the chat for you, themovemiami.com. We are America's #1 and fastest growing content studio. We've produced probably half the internet, some of the biggest shows out there. A ton of your favorite YouTube traders have all been here. Literally all of them have been here. Riz is filming right now, actually. He's doing like 80 shows here. So a lot of cool stuff going on. I appreciate y'all. Have a great Friday. Victoria, great to have you. I will be back on Monday. See you all there, and have a fantastic weekend.